So now let's talk about, getting your first couple of customers and scaling up. Next slide. Whether you're B2B or B2C, it applies in, connecting with your customers online. Next slide. Next slide. The first thing you need to think about is how you're going to generate leads, right? Your leads are people who are interested, or they're in your customer segment, but they haven't bought from you yet, right? We talked earlier about you knowing who your customers are, right? There are different ways that you can generate leads. You can check your personal network. You can run online ads. If you have a social media page, if you haven't set up an Instagram page, Facebook page for your business, those are valuable ways of generating leads because people who follow you have some level of interest in your business, right? So start thinking about how you can not just get people interested, but get them signing up, right? If you have a mailing list, if you don't have a mailing list, that's something that's very important for you to try to get, because when people are interested and you have some sort of information on them, whether they're following you or you have their email, you're able to reconnect with them to be able to convert them into customers, right? So make sure that you're reaching out. Next slide. If you have like a B2B, B2C, it doesn't matter. There are different ways that you can make sure that you're positioning yourself, right? Whether it's through your website, your Instagram page, your LinkedIn page, make sure that you have a certain way that you introduce yourself and your value proposition, like a quick pitch, and then you come correct. Like if you're a B2B, like know about the company, know about what their needs are, have your data on lock, and make sure that you are clear, distinct, and you're able to sell the value, right? To whether it's a B2C or B2B person. And if you're B2C, sometimes that pitch is on your website, right? This is why you should buy from us. This is why we're awesome. And that's how you sell that on a consistent basis. So make sure that you're referencing your workbook and you're thinking about what this means for your business. Next slide, please. Right, we talked about pitching and we talked about what that looks like, whether you're B2B or B2C. Next slide, please. Yeah, we talked about your operations model, right? These are the things that are going to help you deliver value. You have to make sure that even whether it's one customer that you've had, keep in touch with them, talk to them. Like whether if you have an automated system, that could look like an automatic survey that they get. Hey, did you like what you bought? These are some of the other things that you might be interested in. You could refer us to a friend and get a discount. Make sure that you're thinking about that, whether that's B2B or B2C, right? How are you keeping in touch with your clients? And how are you making sure that you're consistently delivering on your promise, right? If you have other people working for you, perhaps that means that giving that as, somebody's target, right? And if you're B2B, make sure that you're always giving them the most important information, right? We talked about value earlier. They don't care how you're doing it, right? What is in it for them? That's how you should be communicating with people. Next slide. And, don't forget to upsell, right? If somebody has bought from you again, it's a different game entirely. How do you either upsell them on a different level of value or to get them to come back, right? So for example, somebody said they're in the photography business. If they've taken pictures for their wedding, there are other events in their lives. If you are keeping track of them, you probably know when if they have a newborn, you're going to know that. And you can say, hey, congratulations. It was great working with you on your wedding. Keep in touch with your customers. Have different ways that you keep in touch so that you can consistently deliver value to them and you can upsell them as well.